Back to school season can get really pricey really quickly, but I have some great tips to share with you today that are not only going to make your back to school season more affordable, but also more fun. Hi everyone and welcome. My name is Shannon from TheDailyDIYer.com, and I also want to thank Cricut for sponsoring today's video. The first place I always hit when it comes to back to school shopping is Dollar Tree. It's a great place to start whenever you want to grab some of those basics to keep things really affordable. The one thing I could not believe that I found at Dollar Tree are these Ticonderoga. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but they're really great pencils, great quality. They come pre-sharpened, cute colors. So I grabbed some of these for this first project, and the only other thing you're gonna need is some paper. So this is one of my absolute favorite things about the Cricut machine is their print and cut feature, because it is so nice looking when you're done, and I've already made this super duper easy for you. Already made this design. You find it in my Cricut profile, which I'll link down below for you. You select it and you hit continue. It'll plop it into Cricut Design Space for you, all ready to go. Go up to the top right corner and click this green button that says make, and that is gonna throw you into this screen where you can then hit print. So you're gonna select your printer. I always like to add the add bleed on there, makes for a cleaner cut. Hit print and it's going to send it to your printer for you. Now I did go ahead and use some cardstock for this. It's thicker, it's gonna make for a nicer finished product. So now that we have our design, we're gonna take that and we're just going to simply place this into or onto our Cricut green mat. Line it up with that top left corner, press it down, and then we're gonna take it over to our machine. And before we do that, we're gonna select medium cardstock. That's what the material we're cutting on here. So we're gonna load it into the machine, hit play. And the cool part here is right now the machine turns a light on, and it's actually looking at those corner marks and it's calibrating the Cricut machine for us. So then it'll go ahead, find the design, and cut that out perfectly. It is so clean, such a professional look when it's done, and I'm doing this in real time so you can see literally how quick this machine can work too. All right, so we have our design printed, cut out. We're gonna feed it out of the machine now and take it back over to our work surface. We're gonna flip our mat kind of upside down here and start peeling off the excess and then peeling off the design. Pops off the mat super duper easy. So now we can make our little first day of school flags with the help of our Dollar Tree pencils. I love that these are colored, so they look really cute, but you could do traditional pencils too. We're literally just gonna take that side edge where the eraser is, and we're gonna take some tape and just tape this onto the pencil. So easy to do, and you can make multiple of these at one time. It's not gonna break the bank, and you can pull these flags off and actually use the pencils when you're done with your first day of school pictures too. Aren't these flags the cutest thing? I highly recommend doing those first day of school photos, and last day of school photos are super cute too to compare side by side. But recently my daughter graduated from high school, and of course, yes, I have taken pictures of her first day of school throughout her life. And so it's really fun to have a cool display at her graduation party to show all of her first day of school pictures and show her growing throughout the years. So this is definitely one of those things I would suggest doing for your first day of school routine. So very similar to the last project, I've also created another print and cut file where you can create your own pencil style banner. Here's how to make one. All right, so this is the exact same process. I've put this design in my profile, so you'll find that, click it, it'll pop up on your screen for you. But obviously we're gonna make a banner here, so we want multiples of these pencils. So we're gonna print multiples of these pages. So the same thing here, just multiple times over and over again. So you can see here, I printed a couple, but I ended up printing 3 total. We're just gonna cut these one at a time, but the same thing. We're gonna put these on our Cricut mat, load them into the machine, it's gonna calibrate, and then it's gonna go ahead and cut those out. I seriously love how incredibly fast this whole process is to get these really nice professional looking pennants for our banner. So we're going to pop those off the mat and we are going to pull out some string. So as you can see, I've cut multiples of those out for our flags on our banner. And then I have this really cute white and pink twine that we're going to cut down the length, fold the tails in half, and then find the center so we can start kind of working from the middle out. And now we're going to need a ruler. We're going to flip our pencil upside down to the back side, and then we're going to use that ruler to help us make a nice, clean, crisp line. You can see those points that are out to the right and left sides, the ones that are wider. We're going to put our straight edge between those and then fold that flap over the ruler. Look at that nice, clean, crisp looking line. Then take your string and we're going to put that underneath that flap and just use some regular tape to hold the back flap down. And that is as easy as it gets. So I really like this way of attaching them too, because as you can see, you can just slide your flags left or right to get a nice, clean, and even looking banner. To hang them, I just used some inexpensive Dollar Tree command style hooks on my shelf, and this is what it looks like finished. This is so cute. I can see this in a teacher's classroom. This would be cute if you want to have a back to school first day party or something like that. Super cute. Maybe even hang it on your kiddo's bedroom door as a big surprise for their first day of school. This next project is going to have double duty. So we're going to grab one of these clear plastic water bottles from the Dollar Tree and add a cute name onto the side. And it is so easy to do that with some vinyl. So we're going to take a ruler and just kind of measure about how long we want our name to be and about how tall we want it to be. And we're going to add some permanent vinyl onto a Cricut mat, big enough that we're going to be able to cut our name out of here in just a second. So back into Cricut Design Space, we're going to hit that text button off to the left and then simply type in the name that you want. This is a cute font that I've kind of been obsessed with lately. It's called Mismatched. Super cute. Just added my son's name on there, and we're going to pick our font and then scale by dragging the corners to the length that we want. Once we're happy with it, we're going to go up to that top right corner and hit make. We don't want to save this, as we can repeat this later if we want to easily. Then we're going to add this onto a mat, continue, and we're going to cut this out of permanent vinyl. That is going to go ahead and set up our Cricut machine and the blade for us, so we don't have to do all of that rigmarole getting that figured out. It does it for us. Send it through the machine. It's going to cut our vinyl, and then we just weed out all of the parts of the vinyl that we don't want on our water bottle. Next, grab out your transfer tape, put it over the top of the vinyl, rub it down with your squeegee, and then center it onto the side of the water bottle. Here's a little tip and trick. If you take your scissors when you have kind of curved areas like this and make slits at the top and the bottom, it'll give you a little bit more wiggle room to be able to get a nice, clean transfer of your vinyl. So now we're going to take the lid off of this and we are going to continue with our pencil back to school theme, and we're going to grab some candies. So some kisses and some Starbursts, and we're going to add these in a pencil style fashion with the pink on the bottom. We're going to add those kisses in the middle and some yellow Starburst on top. And as you can see, this starts to look like a pencil inside your water bottle. So I didn't quite have enough yellow Starburst, but no problem. We're gonna fix that with some yellow tissue paper. So just pulled a length of that off and kind of shoved it behind the yellow Starburst at the top to kind of fill it in. You really don't notice it all from the front where the name is. And then to get this lid back on there, I couldn't just stick it down in the middle, so I took the straw off. We're gonna stick that back in the back side of our water bottle and then replace the lid. And look how stinking cute this is. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with this. Adorable. Such a great idea to give a kiddo maybe after their first day of school. Maybe you don't want to fill them up with candy before school. Or even makes for a really great teacher gift. You can put the teacher's name on the front of it instead. Such an affordable and easy DIY. You can also go hog wild, personalizing all of your kids' back to school supplies, including their notebooks, binders, pencil cases, backpacks, their lunch boxes. I mean, the list goes on and on and on, and I want to show you an easy way to do that. So what I like to do is measure everything, all the bigger things, I should say, at first. This one's about 5 inches wide, and we're going to use some smart vinyl for this, and I'll tell you why that's special. But what I do is I like to come in and multiply, or duplicate, I should say, is what it's called in Cricut Design Space, the same name over and over again in the same size, so it will fit everything. Then I'm not doing that guessing game trying to get which decal goes on what. So if you size them all the same so they fit on everything, that's the way to go. So now with smart vinyl, we do not need a mat. So you're going to select without mat, continue. It's going to set this up for us. We're going to hit continue again. We're going to select, since it didn't pop up in our bookmarked things, we're going to go into the search, find smart vinyl, type that in. It'll pull up the options. We're going to do permanent, which is what we're using here. And that is going to calibrate our machine for that smart vinyl. So the cool thing about smart vinyl is no need to get your mats out. This makes it even quicker. You just load the vinyl directly into your Cricut machine. I'm using the Cricut Explore 3 here, and I'll make sure to link everything down below for you. But I love this because sometimes, we don't have a lot of time, and this smart vinyl is going to save you a ton of time. You can see this machine is just going to town, cutting out the names over and over again, so we can easily pull this one sheet out, cut it, weed it, and start applying it to all those school supplies. So another cool thing about smart vinyl is it has those markings on the back, so you can easily just take your scissors and cut along one of those lines so you have a nice straight edge for the next time you go to use it. You pull off and weed out all that excess vinyl that we don't need there, and then we're going to take one sheet of vinyl, cover the entire thing, and then we're able to cut those apart and have individual names to make it easier to apply to all our school supplies. If you can't tell, I'm a little bit obsessed with the color purple right now. I like everything purple, and your kiddos probably have their favorite color too. But I love how easy it is to add a customization to these items that cost only $1.25, but the decals really make them look like something that you would get more from a high-end store. Here's another print and cut file, which I'll have linked down below for you in my profile. The cool thing about this file is you can also print it on whatever color cardstock you want. So I use this kind of natural craft paper for this, but this would be so cute on any color cardstock. Same thing like we did with the banner and with the first day flags. We're going to put this on a mat. It'll calibrate, cut out our design, and look how professional these turn out. So what are we going to do with these? We're going to add some pencils to them. And to do that, we're going to take some double-sided tape, put a few down the center of our printout, and then start adding our pencils. Now, obviously, they're not very snug on there, so we're going to dress it up even more with some fun washi tape. Just put a couple pieces over the front of that. This makes for another cute way to send your kids off with their pencils and kind of surprise them on their first day of school, or another cute way to give a gift to a teacher, or for a teacher to give to their students. My son was so excited about this tote bag when I gave it to him. We're going to take a plain white tote bag and we're going to measure it. Now, Dollar Tree sometimes does carry tote bags like this, so keep an eye out for those. Otherwise, craft stores carry them too, or Cricut has theirs as well. We're going to use this vinyl set, which was perfect because I love the purple, but we're going to be using the blue and pink from this set for this piece of paper looking tote bag. So the first color we're going to do is this blue. We're going to take this 12 by 12 sheet and put it onto a green mat. And this is the design we're going to be creating, which I'll link down below for you too in Cricut Design Space. So like I said, first up is the blue. This is HTV. This is going to be a heat transfer vinyl. So we're going to iron this onto the tote bag so it doesn't come off easily. So once we get it cut, just like regular vinyl, we're going to weed out all the excess. All right, so now that we have our blue lines, we need to do our pink line. So same thing here, we're gonna put this whole sheet of 12 by 12 HTV onto our green mat, cut it out, peel it all off, and then this time we're actually gonna cut off the excess. We don't wanna waste all that extra pink. So just cut off that little part at the top and then weed it out and we'll have a nice line of pink. Let's start by applying the blue HTV first. So I'm using my Cricut heat press or easy press for this, set at 315 degrees and 30-second presses. So you'll hit that green button over there on the left, and as soon as you hit that button, it starts counting down for you so you don't overheat press, which is a very nice feature to that. So once we get that completely done, we're gonna start doing the pink line now. So again, counting down those 30 seconds and then moving down to the next section, hitting that button and doing another 30 seconds. We're peeling this while it's warm before it cools off. And so after we have our cute now notebook paper looking tote bag, you can really customize it now. So I'm adding my son's name down there to the bottom corner. You could do a note here. You could do a teacher's name here. There's all kinds of different things you can add to your paper. So like I said, my son was so excited when I gave this to him. This would be so great to give as a teacher's gift, fill it with goodies. You could give it to your kiddo. Like I said, first day of school, be a great library book bag or a bag to carry books and notebooks in. So a cute, customized, but very affordable and easy DIY for back to school. Let me know which one of these 6 projects was your favorite down in the comments below. I hope all of these projects have helped to create some inspiration for your own back to school season. And I'll make sure I have all the products that I used today linked down in the description box below for you. Thank you again to Cricut for sponsoring today's video. And if you could do 2 things for me, I would so much appreciate it. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you are new. I want to thank everyone for watching today, and I will see you in the next one. Have a creative day.